Alrighty, everybody, we just started 2025, and the Bop House was unfortunately brought into the new year with us, and it's getting really bad. So if you haven't heard of it, consider yourself lucky because what's happening is an absolute disaster. So stick around until the end of the video, and also consider subscribing. It's free, and y'all can always unsubscribe if you'd like. So if you go back all the way to December 9th of 2024, Sophie Rain tweeted introducing the Bop House, alongside with a ridiculously goofy logo. At first glance, y'all probably would assume that this is a joke. Surely this can't be real, right? Well, let's just say that the Bop House is supposedly a new TikTok creator group full of a bunch of famous influencers. OF models. But here's where things get really weird, the house that they're living in. Rumor has it was funded by 500,000 men. Apparently these guys referred to as gooners basically paid for this massive mansion that they're all living in. Like, if you really want these people to feel bad, I don't think it's working. You're acting like everybody cares, but literally nobody cares. Now here's where things get pretty sad. Think about it, 500,000 men chipped in to build this giant dream of the Bop House, but for what? To support a TikTok house making 10-second videos? Don't get me wrong, this house itself is very nice. It's an incredibly big house that we all could dream of, but when you consider how it was funded, it just feels disgusting. Lonely men on the internet quite literally built this dollar by dollar, and for what? So a bunch of people can just stand in front of a phone tripod and dance? I mean, this is what a difficult day of work looks like at the Bop House. Speaking of dancing, let's talk about their content. The Bop House has been posting TikToks regularly, and honestly, it's the same kind of stuff you've seen 1,000 times before, especially on TikTok. They're doing 10-second dances with overplayed audio tracks, responding to these so-called haters in the comment sections. And yet, it's honestly working because just within a few weeks, their account blew up to just about 2 million followers. Their videos are consistently pulling off millions of views, but the question is, why? Well, if you're asking me, I'd probably assume it's because of all of the people paying for their private content behind the scenes of TikTok. Like, to be for real, who even cares for this type of video?
Hey, Mr. Knickerbocker, boppity bop. I like it the way that you boppity bop. Boppity bop, bop.
Anyways, it gets worse, because as I forgot to mention, one of the worst Bop House members, Camila, literally uses her brother for content. Now you can clearly tell that all of these videos are fake and completely scripted, because if they were real, I think the videos would be considered illegal.
I don't know why you're so set on going to college. Like, just don't, be an entrepreneur like me and be successful that way.
Entrepreneur? You only that's not being an entrepreneur.
Yes, it is. It's a business.
You sell pictures of yourself online. That's not being an entrepreneur.
Okay, well, if you think I'm not an entrepreneur, let's go band for band.
In one video, they're trying to fight back at critics by using this cringy Sigma male audio tracks. But the content itself, it's just them vibing in their oversized mansion acting like everybody cares on the internet. But let's be real, there's nothing special about this. Content houses like the Bop House were already played out back in 2020 after the Hype House burned out. The fact that they're coming back in 2025 is honestly embarrassing in my opinion. As I forgot to mention, the internet just revealed how much money the Bop House has actually made recently.
The internet is mad at the Bop House for making $10 million in 1 month. Watch. Sophie Rain just released this, celebrating today because the Bop House collectively made over $10 million in the month of December alone. And just a month ago when Sophie Rain released how much she made in 1 year, which was $43 million, which is more than most professional athletes in their entire year, well, people were also outraged about it. I mean, not me, I don't care. They're making money, what? And even after she gave out $100,000 back to her supporters, well, the internet is back to being mad at Sophie Rain and her Bop House. Now, the Bop House is a collective of actresses for OnlyFriends, and they, I believe, are also friends in real life. But the commenters are saying stuff like, who's paying for this? Well, one man gave Sophie Rain almost $5 million by himself last year. So probably that guy.
Now, if we look at some of the Bop House's newest videos, you can clearly see that they are responding to some of the hate that they got on their recent TikTok videos. To me, this is absolutely hilarious because they honestly just deserve it. Now let's shift gears to Sophie Rain, because her involvement is where things start to really fall apart. Sophie Rain was one of the main faces behind the Bop House's launch, and let me just say, she might have made one of the biggest mistakes of her life. There's actually this clip of Sophie Rain when she was way younger, and y'all would never expect someone like this to become one of the most hated people on the internet.
What's your name?
Sophie.
Sophie, nice to meet you. You just lost a tooth. How's that? Jonah ate it. What do you want to be when you grow up?
A doctor and an astronaut.
Oh my god, that is so precious.
So if we get back to talking about the Bop House, some people are actually speculating that the Bop House isn't even a permanent residence that they can live in. There's actually a theory floating around that they're just renting this place like an Airbnb for a few months just to shoot content and pretend like this is just a real thing. Think about it, it's way cheaper to rent a place temporarily than to actually invest in a long-term content house that may not even work out. And honestly, I think that this may actually be the truth that they are hiding so they can get more attention.
There's this weird ass girl at the fucking door of the Bop House like every single day. I don't know what to do with her. It's so weird. She won't leave. Fucking bitch.
And what's even crazier to me is how seriously some people are taking this. There are thousands of comments on their TikTok videos from people just suggesting who should join the Bop House next. They're literally recruiting people like it's the next FaZe clan. There are even applications to join the house where literally people are filling out forms to be the next Bop in the house. And get this, one woman even asked if the Bop House needed a house mom. I mean, come on, if you're a full-grown adult with kids, maybe don't try to join a TikTok house. The second your kids' classmates find out about this, it's game over. Those poor kids are gonna get bullied into oblivion, and it's just so sad to think about. Even their latest videos are somehow even more ridiculous than the rest. They've done holiday-themed dances, and even started reviewing Bop House applications on camera. Even one of the members asked if Brey Hill could be one of the new Bops, and she instantly got denied.
This one. Oh, she's so pretty.
What are you guys doing?
We're reviewing Bop House applications.
Oh.
We're looking for new members. What about No! Ew!
At the end of the day, the Bop House is nothing more than just a temporary trend. Like every other content house before it, it'll fade into irrelevance sooner rather than later, but the damage it's doing to the people involved, especially Sophie Rain, might stick around much longer than they all may think. Whether this is all just an act or not, one thing is for sure that the internet never forgets. And once the hype dies down, Sophie and the rest of the Bop House crew might find themselves with nothing but a damaged reputation to show for what they have gotten themselves into. Other than that, thank you for watching. We're so close to hitting our next goal for 20,000 subscribers, so it'd mean the world to me if y'all could just subscribe. Y'all can always unsubscribe, so why not? Click the recommended videos on screen to stay up to date with all of the recent drama I have covered on this channel. Don't forget to join the Discord server in the description. I'd like to chat and meet some of you guys there, so don't forget to join up in the links below. I love each and every one of y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.